Come on now, I look for you a bit. I read about tragic dynasty. The Getty family is one of the richest family in the world, yet it has been plagued by tragedy for generations. The family are proof that money cannot buy happiness. Jim Paul I, 1892 and 1976. Jean Paul Getty I was an American businessman. He founded the Getty Oil Company and in 1957 was named as the richest living American. He was one of the world's first billionaire. A keen collector of art and antiques, he built the J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles, California. He left over $661 million to the museum when he died. He moved to England in 1950 and bought a 16th century Tudor estate, Sutton Place near Guildford. This house became the center of the Getty Oil Company and used it to entertain his British and Arabian oil friend. Paul I was famous for his meanness. He installed a payphone in Sutton Place for his guests. He died there on June 6, 1976, age 83. Getting married and divorced 5 times in his life, he had 5 sons with 4 his wife. Jean Paul Getty II. Jean Paul Getty II was the son of Paul I's first wife. Unlike his parents divorced when he was 3, the young Paul II rarely saw his father, but he wrote to him. His father never answered the letter. He just returned them with the spelling mistake underlined. In 1956, he married his childhood sweetheart, Gail Harris, and had 4 children. They moved to Rome, where Paul II ran Getty Oil Atelier. They were popular, a party-loving couple, but alcohol and drugs took control of their life. They divorced in 1964. 2 years later, Paul II married the Dutch model Talina Paul Pitcher. This also ended in disaster. She died of a drug overdose in 1971. Paul II and Paul I had one thing in common. They were very bad father. In 1973, Paul II's eldest son, Jean Paul III, was kidnapped in Rome and a ransom of $17 million demanded. A kind father, an envelope arrived from the kidnapper inside of Paul's sweet ear and a note. This is Paul's ear. If we don't get some money, return days, then the other ear will arrive. Paul I finally paid $3 million and his grandson was released. Paul II moved back to England and in 1997 became a British citizen. He has inherited $2.5 billion from his father. He donated over $2.25 million this to the art. In 1994, he married his 3rd wife, Victoria. Husband was Victoria, who helped him finally bear his drug addiction. He died in 2003 and is buried in Westminster Abbey. Jean Paul Getty III, 1956, 2011. Jean Paul Getty III spent his childhood in Italy. His parents divorced when he was 9 and after that he saw very little of his father. By the age of 15, he had been expelled from servant school and he was already taking drugs. Then in July 1923, then he was 16, came to the kidnapping. He was imprisoned in the cave in the mountain for 5 months until his ear was cut off and his grandfather finally paid a ransom. Paul III never recovered. He returned to lifestyle of party and drugs. In 1974, age 18, he married Gisela Zacher, a German model, and moved to Los Angeles. He was just 19 when his son Balthasar was born. Paul